Hi everyone. Today you are going to be completing Unit 2, Lesson 8 of Module 3, which is the Mid-Unit Assessment Part 2. Here are our learning targets. I can closely read an excerpt of the Declaration of Independence to restate it in my own words. I can make connections between an excerpt of the Declaration of Independence and the characters and divided loyalties. And I can follow discussion norms to participate in a productive discussion about opinions of the characters and divided loyalties. That discussion norm learning target is probably going to be the one that we hit the least. Okay, really quick. What do these words mean? Restate means say it over in your own words. Opinions are things that you think or other people think. Productive means it is respectful and kind and makes sense. You get a lot done. So I want you to look at this excerpt from the Declaration of Independence. This is on page 70 of your module workbook. Okay. All right. So open to page 70 when you get there. We're going to move on. So this says the history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. So, in class, we're going to discuss what we notice about this excerpt. If you missed it, it's going to be something that you're going to maybe want to talk to your grown-ups about. But what does that mean? Okay. After we do that, then you are going to, on page 70 of your model workbook or in the note catcher in Google Classroom, depending on your teacher, you're going to complete that graphic organizer, okay? It looks like this. Now, after you complete that graphic organizer, you're going to, what you're going to do with it is you're going to choose one of our main characters, Robert, William, Mary, or Abigail. You're going to fill their name in. We've been doing this. This isn't new, okay? And you're going to tell us what would your character think of that quote? Would he or she agree with it? Disagree? Why not? And then give us evidence from the text that proves why he or she would agree or disagree with it. Okay. Remember, evidence from the text is a page number and a quote, something that the actual text itself says. Oh dear, it needs to reload. Something went wrong. Hang on, y'all. Patience. Okay, so after you do that, you fill in your graphic organizer, you're going to tell your teacher, well, you're probably doing this independently. So you're going to go ahead to Flipgrid, okay? And your teacher will have attached that for you. Now, I'm going to show you how my students, either Clark or John's homeroom, get in. You go to flipgrid.com, that will be attached. You write your Google Meet code that we always use. For example, I'll use Clark 4HC, okay? And then you type in your Meet or your username. Remember, your username is your first name, last initial, okay? And then you go in and it looks like this. I used Hayden because guess what? That's my kid and I can. Okay, so this is how we do that, all right? So we're going to go on and record and it's going to pop up for you up here, okay? The title's going to be 223 Mid-Unit Assessment Part 2, okay? And you're going to complete that flip grid. In that flip grid, remember, in that flip grid, you are going to explain what your character thought and why he or she would think that, using proof from the text to prove it. Use page 70 of your module workbook graphic organizer to help you prepare and to help you explain. Last thing, if your username has two initials, if your last name has two initials, like my Bianca's, Bianca HF, Bianca GC, remember your username for my classes at least is the first name, last initial. So you all would be Bianca HF all lowercase or Bianca DC all lowercase. And that's it, friends. Thank you very much. I hope you really took your time and did well at this. Bye bye, friends. See you later.